You are welcome to the third episode of my podcast. This podcast was created to be a voice to someone out there and to share my story with the world, to encourage somebody that may be feeling discouraged. Just yesterday, I met a woman, a lady. I just had to go speak with her. Why I'm sharing this podcast is not just to share my story, but for someone out there to listen to this story and be encouraged. So please follow if you've not followed. While growing up, I faced different challenges. If you've been following my podcast from the first episode, I've talked about that. And I had challenges because, my parents served as missionaries. And during this process, an illness struck that almost made me land in a psychiatric home. You can imagine that kind of illness striking a young child. It made me go back in my class, but that has helped to become who I am today. While I face such issues, I believe God made me pass through that phase. In this life, I've come to realize that we are all faced with different challenges at every time. But what makes us different is the way we handle those challenges. I don't care to know whatever challenge you might be facing. I don't care to know that. But what I care to know is that you are standing up and bracing up yourself. Not letting that situation weigh you down. I'm creating this podcast so as to reach out to more people. So if you've not followed, just follow because I'll be sharing these stories to encourage you. I went back in class. I went back by 2 classes behind. I was attacked while in primary. I changed school, and the secondary, the high school, I also changed school. Those were my challenges. But did it break me or did it make me? Those challenges has helped me to become who I am today. I'm talking to you that's listening, and I believe you're not letting that situation drain you. Or if you know anyone that is down or feeling discouraged or even at the point of committing suicide, because most times we let this thought come into our head and we see ourselves perpetrating acts that we look back and say, did I actually do that? Share this podcast to someone, your friends, your family, anyone, to encourage them. Because someone might just need that little word from you. I was sharing earlier on this podcast that I met a lady. In fact, I was minister to go talk to her and I was like, oh, do I really need to talk to her? I passed. But then I went back to speak with this woman. She was just staring, but I gave her that word that she should not be discouraged. So is there anyone around you that is feeling down? That is feeling discouraged about life? Or that want to even give up? Talk to them. And you can talk to them by sharing this podcast to them. Please, don't let anything weigh you down. I was at the situation where everyone could have given up on me, but I thank God for the lovely parents I had. I still have them because I know they're interceding for me. My blessed dad, my blessed mom, my siblings, my friends, everyone around me has impacted me in any way. I don't get to know how I'm perceived to them, but what has affected me is the fact that I've become whom I am today, and I've not let anything weigh me down because I'm still going, I'm still moving, I'm not letting no one discourage me. That's why I'm making this podcast, to reach out to someone that may be feeling down. I've met with people that will laugh with me, dine with me, talk to me, chat with me, but deep down in their heart, they mock me. In fact, I've even been in a situation where someone said, I love the way this lady dress, but I don't like her. People can just decide to hate you for whatever reason. Maybe the way you talk, the way you approach them. Everybody must not like you, but what matters is the fact that, are you going? Are you pushing forward? Not leaving God behind? If God is with you, even the Bible says, if God be for you, who can be against you? The Bible also makes it clear that surely they will gather, but because their gathering is not in the name of the Lord, they will scatter. So I just want you to know that if God be with you, no one can be against you. Just keep going. My story is the fact that I'm someone that should have been forgotten, but I'm here today doing this, and I know God has greater heights for me to accomplish. I will accomplish it beyond the thoughts of those that thought that this lady wouldn't go nowhere. God is doing marvelous things, and the Bible says, we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I'm someone that has picked up myself, embraced myself. I've learned to love myself, because you can't tell me that you love others when you don't love yourself. You have to love yourself first so you can be able to love others, not because of their character or because of who they are or their personality, but because you have that love in you. You just have to come out from you to them. If you've watched my videos, I create videos on inspiration and motivation on Ogilicious. If you've watched my video, I've talked about why men are far from God. You can go watch that on my YouTube platform on Ogilicious. So why I'm making this podcast is for you not to be discouraged, or not to let anyone make you think down of yourself. See you guys in the next one. Love yours always. Follow and share this podcast to reach out to someone out there. Love you and see you in the next one. Bye for now.